Role in the media industry is also facing growing scrutiny. It's a subject I discussed in part 2 of my interview with the New York Times CEO, Mark Thompson. Under his watch, the Times has accumulated millions of digital subscribers, but he has warned publishers away from working with big tech too closely. Most recently, ahead of the launch of the Apple News app. And I began by asking him, why?
Well, I want to say each publisher must make their choices. And by the way, you know, we all live and learn. Choices may change over time, all of us. But we know there are some very good examples from the story of the music industry and the early story of indeed, you know, our good friends at Netflix, that just be careful of giving your crown jewels to someone who may turn out to be a competitor. Maybe in some ways superficially attractive because there's an immediate flow of revenue from it. But in the end, what we're selling is experiences, and we want people to experience the New York Times, by and large, on our digital assets. We want them to come to us, and we want to have a direct relationship. We can reach people around the world with our own digital assets.
Yeah, but Apple is not just a major platform, it is a massive platform, 1.4 billion iOS users around the world. That must be tempting.
Sure, Facebook 2 billion, Google, I don't know, but billions. No, these vast platforms have got enormous audiences. But you know, if you don't have a direct relationship with your user, if you don't, you can't speak to them, you can't email them, they don't know exactly who you are, you don't know them. I don't know, you have to discount massively.
For all those reasons you just listed, that's why at the New York Times you've kept a tactical distance away from Apple News, away from Facebook. You mentioned fake news. Facebook has a massive problem with fake news, as well as on the back of Christchurch, a problem with graphic content, extremist content, etc. We know that Mark Zuckerberg, he's writing an op-ed saying, regulate us, go ahead. Is Facebook, is it beyond hope? Has it become too big to be regulated?
Look, I think we're in the early stages of answering that question. For what it's worth, I believe, including from recent conversations with Mark, that they are, in their own terms, trying to grapple pretty seriously with these issues. I mean, I believe that there is a work afoot inside Facebook to try and address these issues. We've yet to see the fruits of that. And I want to say, look, they may not. It may be that they can't get to where we want to get. I think we've all got to be careful, though, of swinging from a period of thinking that the major digital platforms could do no wrong, they were run by geniuses, they were just making the world a better place, to thinking that they're all the work of the devil. I mean, the truth has probably always lain somewhere between those two extremes. So, in a funny way, I think we're all, this is the very, still the early stages in these technologies. We're still struggling towards some kind of balanced view of what's going on. And I would say that the platform where we've had the most traction, I would say, on these topics over the last few years has been Google. And I think, although it's not enough for us yet, we'd still like more. We've had quite the beginnings of a fruitful dialogue with Google about ways in which they can help publishers and also help individual users really figure out what they're doing, what the news comes from.